Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second Reality of Wrestling Rowards. I like that y'all knew to clap. That was good. We didn't go over that before, but you knew what to do. I just paused and you were there for me. Y'all look great tonight. It's nice to see that everyone dressed up. It's a beautiful audience. I'd swipe right on most of you tonight. Left on a couple people. Ducky. No, I mean, y'all do. It's nice to see the wrestlers dress up. I know a lot of them were looking in the mirror this morning and thinking, fanny pack? No fanny pack, but y'all did the right thing. Y'all look pretty good tonight. Y'all look pretty good. Tonight is a special evening. It's the second time that we've done this. We're going to celebrate, honor, and recognize some of the greatest moments, matches, and superstars here in Reality of Wrestling from the year of 2019. And here's the thing, guys. It's really special that we get to do this because not many people can sit here in a room full of mainly attractive wrestlers and, for the most part, and be able to just show love to one another. So when the nominees come up, everyone please show your love. And if you were one of the people who lost, well, I mean, you're just a loser, but you still should show everybody your support. We have some special people in the building tonight. Of course, I have to first recognize the Queen, Miss Charmel, is here in the building. Also, you know, it's the political season. It's 2020. You know, some people out there, y'all might be a Bernie bro, you might be a Biden brigade, you might be a Trump, or whatever you are, it doesn't really matter, but it's the 2020 season. We have a special person in attendance who is a big Reality of Wrestling fan. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand up and make a round of applause for Mr. George Lindsay, who is the judicial candidate for the 56th District Court in Galveston County. If he's a Roe fan, he needs your vote. Vote early, vote often, vote Lindsay. He's running for he's a judicial candidate for the 56th District Court in Galveston County. So if that's your county, make sure you get to the polls on election day. Thank you, Mr. Lindsay, for joining us here tonight. I saw him uncharacteristically arrive late, but I know that the two-time Hall of Famer Booker T is in the building, the founder. Not exactly where Booker went, but he is in the building. Booker T just turned 55 years of age this past week. And he looks great. He looks great. I mean, he doesn't look 55. He looks maybe 45 and a half at best. And we all know why he looks so good. You know what they say. I mean, I'm not going to say it, but you know what they say. And it's true. I mean, look at the Queen right there. I mean, it's true. It's true. Now, Booker might be 55 and not look 55. That doesn't mean he doesn't feel 55. A couple weeks ago, we had the 8-man tag here at the World Gym Arena where Booker T, G.I. Bro, made his triumphant return. He shocked and amazed the crowd, spin-a-rooney for the masses, and he looked great. He looked phenomenal. But later that evening, I'm going to share a personal story. He and we went to the UFC 247 or whatever it was. John Jones was in the main event. Everybody, as John Jones is coming up, is standing on their feet. They're all applauding. I look over at Booker. He's slumped down in his chair. And I go, yo, Book, you all right? He goes, my knees are on fire. He might look great. He still feels 55. But ladies and gentlemen, again, we're going to have a great award show here this evening. I'm not going to stay up here too much longer because I've been up since 6 o'clock this morning. I ran in a 5K I participated in a 5K this morning for the violence against women, so I'm feeling pretty good about myself. But don't applaud me yet. I'm not done with the story. Is it bad to cheat in a charity race? Because I definitely did. That 5K for me was more like 2.25K. As soon as I saw my opportunity to evade the watchful eye of all the race organizers, I made sure I kept my knees up and I finished strong across that finish line, man. The mayor was there to shake my hand, but I refused because I'm going to be voting for Booker T whenever he runs for mayor. But it was a moment. It was a moment. I could have had my moment with the mayor. Booker T always says, once you miss out on a moment, you may never ever get it back. In this last year, in 2019, we had a lot of great moments here at the Reality of Wrestling, and that's why our first award of the evening is the OMG Moment of 2019, and the nominees are...
I've never seen anything like that. Oh my God! He's back. Matt Topolsky, he's back. The man who Clay Roberts placed in a body bag has essentially risen from the dead. He is back. Just like he said, he's back from the dead. If his client, his first client when he comes in, that would be, wait a minute, they're Larry! Wait a minute, Larry and Ryan Davidson! For the Bear from Bel Air! It was once said by the great Nelson Mandela, it's always seems impossible until it's done, and it's finally done for ruthless Ryan Davidson. He has climbed to the mountaintop of reality of wrestling, and he is a Grand Slam champion. She's gonna take it from the top rope. She's calling for Shooting Star Press. Shooting Star Press. Shooting Star Press cover 1, 2, 3. Picture perfect Shooting Star Press. And Angela reclaims the Diamonds Championship. What a remarkable main event, befitting of a Diamonds division that continues to rise to the occasion. But as it goes for tonight, the Renaissance is over. AQA reigns supreme.
And the winner of the 2019 OMG Moment of the Year is AQA.
You give the person with anxiety the first award. That's great. Thanks. I'd like to thank the Academy, first of all, for believing in me. There's a lot of people to thank, so I'm just going to get to it. First and foremost, I want to thank my family and friends for supporting me through this journey on my way up here, our trainers who help us become the best people that we can day in and day out, to our unsung heroes who are Kevin and Kirby with production who help us look the best that we possibly can, Catrice who helps us with our brand and everything. And especially I want to say a huge thank you to my mentor and my sensei and my friend Hyun, because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't even be up here getting this award, because she could have had the choice to say, I don't want to work with her, she's inexperienced or whatever, but she helped me so much throughout that feud, and she helped me become the best performer that I possibly could. When I made mistakes, she told me, and when I was right, she told me, and I learned so much from her. And of course, I think I speak for everyone when I say we have to say thank you to our resident king and queen, Booker T and Sharmell, because if it wasn't for them, none of us would be up here, none of us would be able to win awards or be able to perform in front of the fans if it wasn't for them giving us the chance and the opportunity. And last and certainly not least, thank you so much to our amazing, supportive fans who always show up and show out, who buy our merch, who come to all of our shows. Dobro fans. Thank you guys, because you allow us to live in this experience. You allow us to get a feel for what this business really offers. And if it wasn't for you, we would not be able to celebrate moments like this. So thank you all.
Congratulations again to AQA. An awesome moment, seen by almost 17 million people watched that match on YouTube. So I think that also deserves another round of applause. It was a great match. Commentary was pretty good too, I'm just saying. Our next award this evening is the Feud of the Year. And when you think about wrestling, you think about it's a dance. You always hear it's a dance. And what is a dance without having a great dance partner? Some of the most legendary feuds were between two guys, Ricky Steamboat and Ric Flair. Great feud, right? I mean, Shawn Michaels, The Undertaker, another great one. Hulk Hogan versus the Macho Man. Oh, yeah. Always expect the unexpected. I have a good Macho Man. I just wanted to let y'all know I'm multi-talented. But always about the feuds of the year. So right now, let's take a look at the nominees for Reality Wrestling's 2019 Feud of the Year.
I am the 2018 Rising Star of the Year. Excuse me, do you not know who I am? Hey you. Hey you. I am the 2018 Rising Star of the Year. Do you know what that means? Do you know how hard I worked? My baby. My precious cargo. My legacy.
Tapped into that Russian leg sweep. He got all of it.
I did hear, though, that they gave the Breakout Star of the Year to Brendan Steen. I asked for that match. This isn't about beating Brendan Steen. I beat Brendan Steen twice.
Now, Will, congratulations on the victory last week against Brendan Steen, but Brendan's calling it a fluke. He's saying he didn't want to let go of his award.
See, Brendan, I'm going to take that award. I'm going to take it next match. I'm challenging you to put that award above the ring and use a ladder to get it down and prove who the real Rising Star of Raw is.
This match favors Brendan Steen 125%, okay? No rules, weapons. Where's he gonna run? Where's he gonna hide? No more all day, no more all night. I am the Rising Star, which means I am the future of reality wrestling. When I beat him in this ladder match, he's just gonna have to get all the way back at the end of the line.
This is not probably one of the biggest matches in reality wrestling history. This is the biggest match that this company has ever promoted.
The only reason you still have that championship, the only reason is because you took the easy way out. Last match we had, you knew you were beat, and you hit me with that low blow.
Gino doesn't have the grit. Gino doesn't have the determination. Gino does not have the ability to stop me.
Brian, I know you're actually one of the most underrated talents that's ever been inside a reality wrestling ring, but you're not the talent. Me beating you, becoming the greatest reality wrestling champion, it's not personal, it's inevitable.
Brian Keith! Antonio! Number 1, 2! He did it! Dreams do come true!
This is the bounty of all bounties. Are you ready to cowboy up?
Brian Keith, after all these years, cashing in and becoming the new Reality of Wrestling heavyweight champion. It was an awesome night. But this business, guys, has always been built on rematches.
You want your rematch? I'm a fighting champion.
You don't work hard like I do. You don't want this like I do. What do you want? Family? I'll bring your snot-nosed kids, your wife, your old ass.
I just want to
And the winner for the Reality of Wrestling 2019 Feud of the Year, Brendan Steen and Will All Day. Will All Day could not be here this evening to accept the award, but he sent in a message to the reality of Wrestling Nation.
Hey guys, Will Allday here. I am truly honored, humbled, ecstatic, excited to win this Row Award. You know, Rivalry of the Year is pretty cool. I've had some of the best matches I've ever had in my career here at Reality Wrestling with Brendan Steen, and just to get some recognition from you guys is pretty cool. You know, he's somebody who brought out the best in me, backstage and on stage, and so, you know, I give him a lot of credit for helping mold me into the performer I am today, because without Brendan Steen, there's not that fire that Will Allday has. There's not like the passion that Will Allday has right now. He's truly been instrumental in my career, and it's been some of the most fun that I've had, you know, in the 2 years that I've been doing this. So I'd like to say thank you, Brendan Steen. I'd like to say thank you to God. I'd like to say thank you to my family. And I'd like to say thank you to all the fans who voted. I really appreciate it. I'm sorry I couldn't be there. You can catch me, however, next weekend at the Rumble, March 14th, No Limits pay-per-view for Reality or Wrestling. So I'll see you guys there.
This is really awesome. This is really awesome. I want to start off by thanking the fans who voted for me and Will to win Rival of the Year. It means a lot. Before I talk about Will, I want to thank a couple people. Matt and Brad, y'all bringing an energy to our matches all the time, and y'all are just amazing. Thank you for that. Kevin Bernhardt, you produce great shows all the time, and you're just someone I can go to for advice, and I really appreciate that. Of course, Booker T and Charmel, you give me the opportunity to do what I love, and thank you for that. Chemistry in the ring is generally something you got to work on. It doesn't come easy. Working with Will, man, it really was just so natural and so fluid. He's such an amazing performer and really brings out the best in me. I'm so happy for him and so proud of him. He really has done so much in the short 2 years that he's been in this business, and I really am rooting for him to really make it and go all the way. I'm so appreciative of all the things that we learned about each other working together for over 6 months. I wouldn't be who I am either without Will, and I thank him for that. He's a true friend, and he's the perfect baby face to my heel. Thank you again.
He did the same thing last year. He did the same exact thing last year. Never change. Hey, this is a special ceremony, like I said before, and with the special ceremony comes a special presenter. Y'all make some noise for the queen herself, Miss Charmel.
It takes an army, especially in this dress. Thank you so much. I am up here to present a very special award. Bear with me just one moment. Let me get myself together. So I'm going to be presenting the Diamond of the Year Award. But first, I just have to take a moment because this is one of my favorite events of the year. It's only our second one, but last year I was so emotional. And I still am today. Everybody give yourselves a round of applause because you look amazing. A lot of you call us mom and dad, some of you call us king and queen, but we really are a family, and it takes all of us to pull off this production. But this year we wanted to give a very special award. This is the Crown Award. This goes to a very special person in Reality of Wrestling who has been with us since day one. We couldn't do any of this without this person. I can't say enough about this person, but I'm gonna let the package speak for itself. Roll the package.
My right-hand man, his name's Kevin Bernhardt. He's, my top guy. I met him when he was 16 years old. He's 31 years old now, and one of my first students. And now he's my producer, editor, writer.
Unafraid, don't let gentlemen interfere.
I wouldn't be where I'm at right now without, my young guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Kevin Bernhardt to the stage. So before I turn this over to Kevin, he just whispered in my ear, I love you and I hate you at the same time. Let me tell you, our arguments are legendary. We argue like prepubescent girls. We cry together, we smile together, we laugh together. He's like a brother to me, a son, an employee, a boss, all of that wrapped into one. And all of my reality of wrestling, men and women can attest to that. So Kevin, we could not do this without you. We love you from the bottom of our hearts. We're very proud of you. And you are the first ever crown recipient. See that ROW in the middle there? See what we did there? Kevin Bernhardt.
Thank you guys. I really do appreciate this. I love how we put ROW in everything. Crown, it's cute. I was actually telling Jeremy, I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna steal one of the awards so I have one for my office. And he's like, I think I might be able to make you one. So thanks a lot for that. And for just the production side of this, when this was going on, she starts saying something else and starts going, 'cause I had no idea about this. Yeah. So anyways, I'm sitting here yelling in a headset just now, we're at the wrong place, what's going on? And my camera guys can attest to me yelling in their ears. That was awesome, guys. I really do appreciate this. Everybody here knows, how much I put into this, but also how much I put into you guys and how much y'all give back to me. So I just want to thank you guys. Mostly in all this, there's a couple guys that I started this with. Gustavo Luis is, one of my best friends. I'm in his wedding. Ryan Davidson, I started with, all this that started in this crew together, Aiden Cristiano. There's just so many guys, Charmel, of course, I love. Booker. He took a chance on me. I came in the first day a skinny kid that, really shouldn't have been able to do any of the stuff that I did and probably shouldn't have even taken me. And I know when I first got here, he was, thinking, he'll be gone in a month, and just wanted to stick it out and just wanted to do something in this business. And, here we are. So I just want to say thank you guys. I really do appreciate this. Means a lot to me. Y'all never know how much this company means to me. So thank you, and I appreciate it.
Yeah, Kevin, you're a lifer. We've even roped his mom into this. She did these lovely decorations. Can we give Mrs. Bernhardt a hand for that? But seriously, Kevin, thank you for all that you do, and of course, Jeremy for these wonderful awards. And now I am here to present the Diamond of the Year Award. I am so happy. These ladies are really taking over. We've already won the OMG Moment of the Year, AQA. But yeah, ladies are really taking over, and I'm so happy for them. I can't wait to see what's in store for the rest of our young ladies. Let's roll the package, please.
Rolls out of the way, though, and a Hurricanrana. Jordan Grace is now reeling. Alex Gracia, see what she does. High risk, high reward, and a big cross body. Oh! Alex Gracia got all of it! Count to 100!
So what do I bring to the table? I am the pink dream, and I am the table.
Absolutely. There's our current Diamonds champion going one-on-one with Tessa Blanchard, AQA.
Oh, look at this. Look at that pump handle. Oh, boom. She got it out of nowhere. But I don't know what keeps Angela driving in a while. AQA! Angela looking for a bit of satisfaction and lands right on high yawn. Wait a minute. Angela here. Cover. 1, 2, and no, she's got it. Angela's won the Diamonds Division Championship.
Diamonds Division Champion, AQA.
When I was down and out, none of you fans were there with me. When I was fired from
this company? Where were any of you? Look, Ashley, I'm about to hit you with some logic, okay? The only times AQA has ever beaten me was in a non-title match where she tried to end my career with the moonsault. Yeah, that happened, okay? The next person that gets in the ring with me, I'm just gonna break their arm. How about that?
Oh, feed trigger knee. Oh, high knee to the jaw.
She's looking to
nervous excitement. Oh, she pulled it off. Roxy, wait a second.
Oh.
Let's sit out DDT. Roxy, center of the ring. 1, 2. She did it. She did it. She did it. It's graduation day for the 18-year-old prodigy. She has captured the keys to her future.
And ladies and gentlemen, your diamond of 2019 is Alex Gracia.
So this is the mic I'm using? All right. So I'm gonna try to keep it together the best I can. This award definitely, it's Diamond of the Year, and I think for a lot of us, just year to year, day to day, we go through a lot of trials and tribulations, whether it's wins and losses and ups and downs, and as you saw from these clips, there are amazing girls on this list that could have also easily had it. And so just to share a little personal story of, I think, how I got here today. So about 1 year ago, I made the decision to move to Houston. And a little bit after that, so I lost one of my best friends. So, sorry. So while I moved here to really elevate my wrestling career, I also had to learn how to live without someone who I shared almost every life journey with. And some story that really resonates with me to be the type of athlete and the type of person I want to be. So I remember in high school, he said he wanted to go to Harvard and be a lawyer. So to do that, he goes, well, I'm gonna have to go walk on and maybe be a kicker punter. So he drove all the way over there and he tried out for the team, and there was this kid there who lost all of his luggage on the plane. He was from Great Britain, and everyone started whispering and saying, whatever you do, do not give that guy your shoes. And he was like, why? And he said, because he's really good. And my friend, Cody, he was the first one to stand up and lent the guy his shoes. And his mom was just beyond thankful and went and thanked him, and he goes, no, like, that's what I'm supposed to do. So in moments when I feel like I need him, or I'm like, what am I supposed to do right now? I think, what would Cody tell me? And I always hear him saying, he's like, Alex, suck it up. He's like, you buckle down, tie your boots on even tighter, and get to work, because getting to work is all we do. And just some of the things that I have learned this past year from everything, just being here at Reality of Wrestling, and from all of y'all, I like to keep notes about all these things. So I want to leave by saying that be larger than life. Never be too tired or too busy to help someone else. Have no limits. Always gravitate towards achievement, aiming for excellence. Remember that success is sweeter than the road when it's tougher. Failure is a rerouting towards the achievement of a specific goal. but never at the expense of another person. And always remember to buckle down, tie your boots, and get to work.
I know who I'm burying next month. Just kidding. Congratulations to Alex Gracia once again. I am the table. And before I get to the next award, I also got to say just one quick story about our special recipient, Mr. Kevin Bernhardt. The first time I met Kevin, I'm sitting in Booker's office. You know, I'm 18 years old. I'm very nervous. I'm sitting here in front of one of my childhood idols. See, I still am nervous. And I was a little shaky, a little twitchy. I was, a skinny kid, and I was all excited. And then afterward, I go out in the hallway at the old gym, and this kid comes up, and he's got a wife beater on and basketball shorts and flip-flops, and he's got a long ponytail going down his back. And he walks up and he goes, "Hey, buddy." I'm like, "Hey, what's going on, man?" He goes, "Hey, just got a quick question for you. I noticed you were moving around a lot in Booker's office. Do you have Tourette's?" And that was the first time I met Kevin Bernhardt. Moving right along. Kevin's become family, but so have a lot of people sitting in this audience, and a lot of people who sit in the audience at the World Gym Arena on a monthly basis to come support reality wrestling or title match wrestling, ladies' night out, whatever you come here to support, you're all a part of our Row family. And tonight we wanted to dedicate a new award to one of you, the 2019 Reality of Wrestling Fan of the Year. And this year's fan, it goes to somebody who all he's known his entire life is reality of wrestling. Since the time he was literally an infant and had no idea what was going on, he has been coming to the reality of wrestling shows and supporting us. And now he is old enough to have a crush on every girl wrestler. And every time I see this man, he calls me a turkey for some reason, but he is Colton. Colton has become one of our favorite people, if not our favorite person here at Reality of Wrestling, and you can see he has a picture, once again, with every one of the girls. And he is the Reality of Wrestling 2019 Fan of the Year. Y'all make some noise for Colton. And Colton, where are you right now? Where are you, buddy? Come up here. Colton. Turkey. What do you want to say? Let's get in front. Come here. Come this way. What do you want to say to everybody here tonight?
I want to say thank you for everybody for cheering for me.
Thank you, everybody, for cheering for me. Colton, our Fan of the Year. He was making sure, he was watching that Diamond of the Year category real close. He was like, who am I about to holler at after the show? But our next award, again, is the Breakout Star of 2019. And I think that we need another special presenter to come present this award. So please welcome the founder, the owner, the chairman of the board, the five-time WCW champion, the two-time Hall of Famer, Booker T.
How y'all doing? This is crazy, man. This is really crazy. I mean, Colton, he's like the next Mike Bloomberg, right? He's buying elections. It's crazy. But oh man, I want to thank everybody for coming out. But before we get started, I got to talk about one thing. Got to talk about Brad. Yeah. Have you guys ever seen Brad without a suit on? Anybody ever seen Brad without a suit on? You know why? Because he got no muscles. I mean, literally, not one muscle. I mean, I've never seen Brad work out one time. And I heard him say he was going on a diet. I'm like, what are you talking about? And he lied to you guys earlier. But then again, he didn't. He said he ran in a 4K, 5K. He actually ran the audio and video equipment. So he did actually run. So, but I'll leave that alone. I'll leave that alone. But again, man, just looking out in the audience right now, I go all the way back to 2005 when we first started this thing, and it was my dream. It was my dream, along with my wife, to create something special, and that was an organization with a bunch of young kids who didn't have any affiliations with any big organizations, and create our own and make our own and, you know, build our own empire. And that was our dream. And again, I spent so much money. You know, Charmel was like, what are you doing? You know, but I had a vision, and I believed in you guys. I really did. I said, man, you guys, these young guys, the future. My saying is, you know, my slogan when I do run for mayor, we've been saying respect your elders for years, but I'm 55, but I say respect your young people, because I've relied heavily on each and every one of you guys to bring me to this position, and you guys did it. I want to thank you. I really appreciate it. And I look out, I mean, you know, guys like Brian Keith, who first came to reality of wrestling and his car broke down and we had to, you know, help him get out of it. I mean, I look out and I see nothing but young people in this room, and you guys give me so much strength to keep going. You guys give me energy, I mean, seriously, and I appreciate it so much. That's what this company is built on, and it's gonna continue to be that way, even far after I'm gone. Kevin said about 10 years ago, he said, Book, one day I'm gonna run reality of wrestling for you, and you could just sit at home. And I was like, now that's what he do. He runs the company. And it's amazing to see Kevin have grown to this position. So much strength, so much strength. You know, he's learned a lot of my lessons. He came to me a while back, and you know, one of my lessons is, you know, when you're 100%, you speak up 100% of the time, and when you're 99%, you keep your mouth shut. And he came to me and he said, Book, I need to talk to you, you know. And what's up? You know, he said, remember you said, you know, you speak up 100% of the time, you know, when you feel like you're 100%, 99%, you keep your mouth shut. Yeah, you know. He said, I need a raise. I'm like, cool, you know what I mean? But for him to learn that lesson, it meant so much to me, for him to understand, you know, 100%, 99%. 99% can get you kicked out of the door, can get you fired. 100% can get you kicked out of the door and get you fired as well, but you feel good about yourself. You know you stood up for something. That means so much more. I heard Jim Carrey talking. He was giving a commencement just last week, and he was talking about his dad, how his dad didn't support him. And he said, my dad was awesome. He could have been an awesome comedian. He was so much better than I was. But he didn't believe in himself, and he got an accounting job. And he worked at an accounting job for like 30 years, and then they fired him. And they were, you know, didn't have any food, looking for a place to stay and whatnot. And he said, you know, if you're gonna get fired but doing something you really believe in, you know what I mean? Or, you know, if you believe in it hard enough, it might take you to heights you never ever believe, you know what I mean? So just believe in yourself. And I believe in you guys. That's why I always put you guys in a position. I put you in a position to succeed, or I put you in a position to fail. All of you guys, that's my job, to put you guys in a position to succeed or a position to fail. And I'm gonna keep doing that. I'm gonna keep testing you. I'm gonna keep putting you out there and seeing exactly how far I can push you, because if you can make it here in Reality of Wrestling, I really, honestly, truly believe you are just as good as anybody in the world. Just looking for the opportunity, looking for that break, more importantly than anything, being in the right place at the right time. That's what this business is about. But I always say, the journey for me is to let you guys, get a half of a chance at making it to the next level. Nothing more than that. But I just want to let you guys know I believe in you guys, and I thank you guys for getting us to this point. This next award, Breakout Star of 2019, this star was only 3 years old when Charmel and I started this company. 3 years old. And grew up watching Reality of Wrestling and wanted to be a Reality of Wrestling star. That means so much to me. That let me know, man, this is real. This is real. Just being here on this stage, this is real. And then to grow and grow and grow and to watch that show and say, one day I'm gonna be on that show. I'm gonna be a part of that show. That means, that's awesome, because if that one 3-year-old that grew up wanted to be a part of Reality of Wrestling, I know there's so many more of them out there. And I see it all the time, like Zach Mason coming into fantasy camp, you know what I mean? A jacked up little kid, just wanted to get a piece of the action, I'm serious, That's what this thing is about. I don't want to waste too much time because we got some UFC going on tonight. And I definitely got to check that out. But Breakout Star of 2019, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Roxy.
Okay. Well, I'm going to start off by saying everyone that was in the running for this award deserves it just as much as I do, and you guys are awesome. I've had a lot of goals in wrestling, and I still do. One of them being to be a part of Reality of Wrestling. As a lot of you probably know now, I came across Reality of Wrestling when I was about 10 years old, and immediately told my parents that once I graduated high school, I would come train here. So I always knew that I'd end up here. I just didn't think I'd be graduating high school as Diamonds champ. I actually just recently told the story. The first ever seminar I went to was a Tyson Kidd seminar, and I was 16. I remember locking myself in the bathroom before it started and texting my mom. And I remember telling her, I'm so scared, I don't belong here, everyone is so good, everyone is so much older than me. Reality of Wrestling was the first place to make me feel like I really belonged. And I will forever be grateful for that. To Kevin and Booker, Charmel, thank you for believing in me and giving me a platform to be able to do what I love the most. Charmel, thank you for all the help with the facials. I want to thank Gino from opening up the doors of Reality of Wrestling to me, to giving me rides to training and shows when I didn't have a car. I don't know how he put up with me, but thank you, he's a good friend. From the Reality of Wrestling stars to the trainees to everyone that's a part of it, thank you for making me feel like family. You guys motivate me not just to be a better athlete, but to be a better person. To the fans, most importantly, thank you so much for all your support. Like, you really don't understand how much it means to me. I think I can speak on behalf of everyone. We wouldn't be here, reality wrestling wouldn't be here if it weren't for you guys. So thank you so much for riding along with me on this crazy journey. It's only begun.
Roxy, ladies and gentlemen. Did you have to come in from Laredo today? She did? Let me make sure I get the hand sanitizer out, you know what I mean? Corona and all. You know? All right, sorry about that. Book thinks she's real funny, doesn't he? That was funny, Book. That was funny, but I fit into the suit real nice, you know what I mean? I can't put on any muscle. I got a closet full of suits. We can't all be Big Daddy Laddie, you know what I mean? But let's move on. Our next one, as Booker just gave a great speech, so did Roxy. We got to go to our promo of the year. There are a lot of people in reality of wrestling who give very good promos. Well, there's some people who there's like one or two people who do really good promos in reality of wrestling. And there are nominees.
I'm Brendan Steen. I am the 2018 Rising Star of the Year. Do you know how hard I worked?
I literally don't know what that means.
The day in, the day out?
Cool.
The struggle? Give me more awards. Give me everything! Titles, championship, glory! First of all, Ashley, you can take that congratulations and shove it you know where. I told you so.
Brendan, did you hear my question? You're being challenged. Ladder match for the Breakup Star of the Year award.
What, Nancy? What are you talking about? It's just you and me, baby. What are you looking at?
I'm the best technician in Texas. And I've worked too hard for too long to show that I'm anything short of being the best. You're a real It only takes 3 seconds for me to find a pin that you can't kick out of. It only takes a second for me to find a submission that you can't escape. And it only takes an instant for my heel to connect with your head, knock you out cold, and prove that the best technician in Texas should be the Texas champion.
Put that down, put that down. Look, stand up. Who am I? Hail Van. My arm's broken. A mummy? What do you mean what's my problem? Did you not see what just happened? I took a choke slam from like 30 feet in the air.
Hey, I was out there too, all right? I got choke slam as well.
I got choke slam first. $500 they're gonna fine us for breaking an arm? $500.
$500?
Yeah.
Look at that.
5,000!
Yes, 5,000! Not no 500.
They can't. You know what I'm saying?
That was a good joke. That was man. Look at that. This
Diego Vega!
What you guys doing?
I'm just joking, guys!
You can't do that to us.
Once again, La Familia has gold.
That's right.
Let's go celebrate. Beers on me, guys.
Let's go. Come on, beers on here. Let's go.
Some tequila too with the lime and salt. When I'm on this microphone, you shut your mouths.
See, let me explain something to you and everyone else. Not Rex Andrews, not Gino, not JJ Blake, not Mysterious Q. Ruthless Ryan Davidson, the Bear, has been the cornerstone of reality wrestling since day one.
I don't need your ugly kids trying to add me on Instagram. I don't need your girlfriends, guys, to try and hit me up in the DMs. The only thing I need is respect, and I demand it.
I'm Brendan.
Round of applause for our nominees. And the winner of the 2019 Rowards for Best Promos, La Familia.
Familia.
Me hit the stand up, the fam through blood, through the mud, show nothing. Me familia, me hit the stand up. It could have been us, but my fam showed.
First off, give me a moment. You know what? I can't do it.
I'll get. Come on. I got it. Excuse me, Hefe. Excuse me. There's a lot of people that we got to thank for both promos and just being, you know, who we are and allowing us to be who we are on camera.
That's it? That was good. Give me that. How you guys never change. Okay. Es un par de bobos. Look, seriously, we want to thank all of the fans because without the fans, we have nothing. You know what I'm saying? We'd be performing in an empty building without you guys. And honestly, thank you guys for letting us really just be ourselves. We were freaking hated when we first started. Now you guys cheer for us when we come out. I don't know what's wrong with you if you're bipolar or whatever, but no, seriously, as performers, I can speak for both of these guys that we really appreciate your guys showing up and supporting, even if you boo us, if you cheer for us. It doesn't matter because you guys react to us, and that's one of the most important things, you know, for us as performers. And these two guys, I'm like so proud of them. Just seeing them, like Ducky here when he first started here at Reality of Wrestling. Yeah, Diego, whatever. Anyways. And I'm gonna tell you a quick little story. I couldn't stand him in the beginning. But he grew on me. He's a great guy. I freaking love working with him. And Vega, I mean, this guy's been with me for years, working with me all over Texas and stuff, working against me, working with me. And I am so happy and proud that they put us together. And I feel like we have something special going on with La Familia, and especially all the La Familia fans that we're starting to get. You guys are awesome. But so I just want to say that I'm very grateful to all you fans. Go ahead, guys.
We just want to say thank you, and we want to say one thing. Familia!
Familia!
Me hit the stand up, the fam through blood, through the mud, show nothing. Me familia, me hit the stand.
Yeah, make some noise for La Familia, promo of the year. I don't know if they'll win for speech of the year, but promo of the year was pretty good. See, that was a low blow. I shouldn't have said that. Our next award, ladies and gentlemen, we wanted to recognize someone who does well, not just in the reality of wrestling, does good not just in the reality of wrestling community, but the community at large. It was several years ago, I got a call from a guy named Chuck Rice, which I typically try to avoid, and if you know him. No, I answered the call, and Chuck said, hey, I got a guy named Jacob that I want you to meet with and talk to. He reached out, he wants you to work with him on his charity, the One Step Closer Foundation. And I said, okay, yeah. And he gave me a call, and I talked to him, and he invited the Reality of Wrestling stars to come down to the Shriners Children's Hospital and just put some smiles on some faces. And since then, Jacob and I have grown real close. He's a close friend of mine, of Booker T, of Miss Charmel as well. We fly out to Vegas to support him. We go to all the events that he calls and asks us to. And this year, we wanted to recognize Jacob and the One Step Closer Foundation as our first ever Hero Award winner. Ladies and gentlemen, take a look at the package.
This is one of the most exciting and fulfilling events that I do for the One Step Closer Foundation, is actually visiting the children in their rooms and in the physical therapy room, and it's just, it's an emotional day.
And we would like to thank all of you for coming out yet again. This has become an annual event that we all really look forward to. It really means a lot to our patients when we have visitors come in from the outside.
When I went to Shriners and saw those kids' faces light up when we brought them their toys and had the people come visit, it's something that I can't explain it. It just brings so much joy.
How do you do?
I'm the champ! You know, we get to give the foundation, the people here that work their butts off for these kids, a sizable check. We get to play, we get to hand out gifts.
Well, I've been going to hospitals pretty much all my life, so I know them very well. And as fun as that may sound, it's not that fun all the time. I just remember how meeting those celebrities made me feel, and I knew that I had to return the favor. They kind of lit the fire that was kind of dormant in me, and got me to do things that I never thought I would do. So, and they were really proactive, really supportive, and really showed me I could do anything I wanted as long as I, you know, pushed myself.
Jacob provides such joy to all these patients, not just monetarily, but really just with the goodwill and all the presence and really bringing all of these athletes. So many of the patients have such joy and really feel that the outside world is thinking about them, and really the One Step Closer Foundation does such great work, not only in the Houston area, but all across the country. Thanks to everyone for their donations, and of course you can get more information at 1scf.org. That's OneStepCloserFoundation.org.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. First off, big thank you to Booker T and Sharmell. When we, you know, when I first started the organization with my team in 2007, we didn't really have too many supporters. Nobody really knew who we were or, you know, what we were all about. So, you know, I loved wrestling all my life, and I thought, why don't I give this school a call? And through a friend of mine, Alicia Webb, who was good friends with Sharmell, I got in touch with Sharmell and Booker, and they were really the first people to really give credibility to our name, and were really able to help us push us to heights I never even dreamed we were going to go. So it means the world to me to be here, to accept this award. And we've done so much together. This has now been our 11th year working together. We've now raised $1.3 million. And we are working with some of the top hospitals in the world. So allow me to give a couple shouts out. First of all, like I said, Booker and Sharmell, without you guys, I don't know where we'd be, so thank you from the bottom of my heart. My staff who's with me today, Jason Diaz, Jose, and Richard, thank you guys for all your help. And all the wrestlers that have come throughout the years to support us, thank you so much. We can do this, and we're just getting started. So I hope you guys keep coming. Thank you. Thank you, Brad.
Oh, there we go.
Forgot about Brad there. Couldn't do it without Brad. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.
Once again, Jacob and the One Step Closer Foundation, ladies and gentlemen. Love Jacob. Make sure y'all support him. The One Step Closer Foundation has done so much great stuff, and I know a lot of our reality wrestling men and women have gone to all those events, and it's always so crazy to see the smiles on the kids' faces that we're able to provide. And I think that I can speak to all the wrestlers. They make us smile harder than we make them smile. They really make my day every time I get to go over there. So once again, Jacob and the One Step Closer Foundation. BT, Booker T, I'm not going to do any jokes. No more jokes, because I'm going to get this for like the next 5 weeks. He's going to be making jokes. No jokes. No. I don't want to smoke. I'm just trying to get the wub. One of the greatest tag team wrestlers of all time, if not the greatest tag team wrestler of all time, is the guy who trains all of you and whose name is on the side of the building, Mr. Booker T. Huffman right here. He is 10-time WCW Tag Team Champion. I believe 3-time WWE Tag Team Champion, 1-time Impact Wrestling Tag Team Champion, and a former Reality of Wrestling Tag Team Champion, and the Global Wrestling Federation. I want to make sure I get all 35 of them in there. But one of the greatest tag team wrestlers of all time. We got to witness Harlem Heat reunite here at Reality of Wrestling several years ago. But since then, we've had a lot of great tag teams step through the doors. And a lot of them have been Booker putting two people together because he sees something in them. He says, man, I think these two guys could do something really special together. And we have several great tag teams, all of which are nominated tonight. Here are our 2019 Tag Team of the Year nominees.
Don't mind me, I'm just doing what I'm
Reality of Wrestling has offered us the opportunity to face the top teams across the country, across the world. I love this stuff, man.
You could get you some too. Ask me who I want to meet, I tell you more benches. Just spend a couple bands.
My back and my neck and my back. My bruises got bruises, man. I got bumps in places I ain't even know had places, man.
Bands and I got some more with me. Yeah. Hey, catch a buzz. I need a buzz.
You want a Slurpee?
No, I don't want no Slurpee. Bro, give him his Slurpee back, man.
Back. Everybody back.
This fool is tripping.
There's a lot of teams out here that claim to be the best. We are the ABCs and the XYZs. And what that means is we don't just start something. We finish it.
I don't think you're gonna like me, dog. I don't think you're gonna like me, dog. After this, you ain't gonna like me at all. Familia!
We hit the stand up, the fam through blood, through the mud, show enough. It's mi familia. We hit the stand up, it could have been us, but my fam show love. It's la familia. Yo, I seem to decimate when it comes to the shit and chatter. Pockets have forgiveness, nah, homie, they getting fatter. King on top of hills.
And the winner of the 2019 Reality of Wrestling Tag Team of the Year, Fly Def.
Don't mind me, I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. Hopping off the scenes, cause I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Don't get mad at me, cause I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Do what you're supposed to do. You could get you some too. Ask me who I want.
Oh, so you ain't gonna come up here? Okay, I see how it is. Just everything we work for, you just gonna throw it out the window? All right, I'm gonna do it by myself then. That's cool. All right. Well, I'd like to first start off. I'd like to thank my mother and my father. They've been my biggest supporters. I had my first match here almost 3 years ago, and 3 years, and they have not missed one of my shows. They've been here at every single show that I've been a part of this organization, so I'd love to thank them for that. I know not everybody gets that support, and so that's a special thing. I'd like to thank all the trainers that were here when I started. Ryan Davidson, Gino, JJ Blake, Rob Barnes. I literally would not be a wrestler without you guys. I'd love to thank Booker T and Charmel for creating this and allowing us to be here. I'd like to thank Matt and Brad for actually making me sound cool. And you know, after everything we've been through, I'm gonna be the bigger man. And I want to thank Warren Johnson because it takes two to win Tag Team of the Award. And I'm grateful for him being here, and I'm happy that I asked him one day to be my tag partner, and we taken on this journey together. And lastly, I'd like to thank all of you, because without all of you, there is no Fly Death. So thank you guys.
Zach Mason from Fly Death. Congratulations.
I said it's a formal event, so I'm going to behave myself, all right? We're going to keep our distance and keep it like that. But on a serious note, I want to thank God for allowing me the opportunity to live my dream each and every day. A lot of people don't get that opportunity, and I am internally grateful to the higher power because he's blessed me to do so. Being a part of reality of wrestling is something that I never thought would happen. Back in about 2003, I went to my first WWE event, and me and my brother went to the arena really early to meet all the wrestlers, and Booker was one of the wrestlers that, well, we didn't necessarily meet, but he drove his car in and walked past the crowd and shook some kids' hands. And I remember the moment he said, "What's up, kid?" Shook my hand and walked away, and I was like, man. And to be here some years later is actually working for him, and actually to tag with him in a match, man, if the me now would have told that kid waiting for the wrestlers, you're gonna be working with this man when you get older, I would be like, you're crazy. Tag Team of the Year, 2019 was a great year. And I know 2020 didn't start off too great for us. And I know everybody is looking for an explanation for my actions at the last Reality of Wrestling show. But you're not gonna get that right now. Y'all want an explanation, you need to ask Zach Mason, you need to ask Booker T. Because they know what's really going down. They believe in Zach Mason. They gave us this award, even though they don't believe in Fly Death, they believe in Zach Mason, but they don't believe in Warren Johnson. And that's the truth. But at that last show, I proved to each and every one of y'all that I'm someone that you need to believe in. And in 2020, I just want to thank God, myself, and the Renegades of Wrestling.
Supposed to do. I've been off the scenes cause I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Don't get mad at me cause I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
Way to make it awkward. Jeez. Let's move right along. Congratulations to Fly Death. Our next one is a coveted award. It is the 2019 Match of the Year. Voted on by all the Reality Wrestling Nation, which all of these were. And let's take a look at our nominees for the 2019 Match of the Year.
The rules are pretty simple. It is a 20-man over-the-top battle royal. Every 2 minutes, a new competitor will emerge until there is a winner. I cannot believe that Evan Snow is back in a Reality of Wrestling ring.
Oh my goodness, no! And he got eliminated! Oh no! think I don't see what's going on here? You think you can come out here and get disqualified on my TV? Ring the bell and restart this match.
Ryan Davidson is still the perennial favorite in this matchup. Ryan, look at that bear lariat! But the bear walked right into a super kick. And a second one.
Oh, and a third, the hat trick, Matt.
Brian Keith! Antonio! Number 1, 2!
He did it!
And the winner of the 2019 Match of the Year, the No Limits Battle Royal, and accepting his ruthless Ryan Davidson.
Looks like that Davidson drip flow just got a little stronger. This is really cool, man. Match of the year, you know, it's not easy to do, and I'm talking like I was the one that did it, even though, yes, I did obviously win the match because I'm the first ever Grand Slam champion, and none of you are. I also really, honestly, with character and all that stuff aside, I want to thank all the participants that was actually inside that Rumble. No one by themselves can actually do a match like that by themselves. It takes other people, obviously, and I can honestly say that that night was very special, not for me, but for everybody else that was involved. And I'm just very grateful to not only accept the award, but be a part of reality of wrestling. You know, Book talking about belief earlier today. It's one of those things that I remember a quick story actually with Booker. We were doing WrestleCade in North Carolina, Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and Booker was a part of it. And it was me and Abel and everything. And remember, I went up to Book, as I always do, and I go, hey, man, is there anything I could have worked on? Anything, you know, I could have got better? It's like, nah, kid, you did good. You did this, you did that, this, that, whatever. And I turned and I looked, and there were some, I'm not going to say the names, but there were basically some signed talent that was in the ring, and they were just killing it in that match. And I was just sitting there, and, you know, I didn't believe in myself. And I was like, man, Booker, are you sure? I mean, I don't know if I'm ever going to be like this, guys. And he looked at me like I almost insulted him. And he goes, kid, you better start believing in yourself now, or no one else will. And that stuck with me. It really stuck with me. And then in 2017, you know, I got through that car accident, and I really found out the true meaning of life and the belief that we're all here for a reason. And if it wasn't for that advice I got from Booker, that unfortunate yet best day of my life, and just a little bit of consistency, that I basically did everything that I thought I couldn't do up to that moment, and still continue to do so. So, Booker, thank you for that advice. Thank you for everything that you do, you and Sharmell, even though I won last month. But other than that, no, seriously. I want to say thank you to everyone. Thank you to Brad and Matt for being a hell of a commentary team. I want to thank Kevin Bernhardt for not only just being grateful to be a part of reality wrestling. He is reality wrestling. He lives and he breathes it. I think it was a cool trophy that he got. Should have been a tiara, though, or tiara, whatever you pronounce it. Would have suited him more. But in all honesty, thank you very, very much. And let's keep reality wrestling being the flagship of professional wrestling, not just in the state of Texas.
Ryan Davidson. You know, I was sitting there and I was watching all the nominees of the Match of the Year, and I do want to just acknowledge all the athletes here in reality of wrestling. It's an honor and a privilege to sit at ringside and watch the stories that y'all tell. I think that there's no other company at this level doing it better than y'all do it. So give a round of applause to all the athletes. Last year, we had our inaugural inductee into the Row of Fame. His name was Gustavo Mendoza, and I think that it is only appropriate to invite him up here to present our next inductee. So, ladies and gentlemen, please make some noise for Mr. Gustavo Mendoza.
Sorry about the limp. I promise you it happened in a very cool way and not at all happened while I was walking down the stairs. Good evening. Tonight, it is my distinct honor and pleasure to present this year's Row of Fame Award to a very special individual. This individual has been a part of this organization ever since it first opened its doors way back in 2005. And of course, this individual is one Abel Andrew Jackson. Or is it? Isn't it Nico? Voodoo? What was the other one? I can't keep up with them. My first impressions of Abel. Let me paint the picture of 2005 for you. This organization, the Reality of Wrestling, is a superstar-making machine. There is absolutely no doubt. I look at the sea of faces, and everybody here has the most amazing opportunity to go as far as possible as they can. And in 2005, we all wanted that, but we had to work to get it. And we all wanted to be that. And as we were all doing the hell days on Wednesdays and books yelling, if it ain't tight, it ain't right, or don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. As we're all trying to better ourselves physically and mentally for our in-ring work, there was always one person that stood out to me and always looked like a superstar. And at first, I didn't know him very well. I was very young. I was 18 when I first met him. But Abel had this presence about him and this energy, and he was always well-liked and very well-respected because he cared so much about what he did in that ring. And yeah, he looked like the first superstar to me that came out of the Reality of Wrestling, but he was also the very first heavyweight champion here. Now, if you think back to all the men and women, all the superstars that have ever come out of this organization, he was the very first champion here. You can't take that away from him. That's a distinct honor that no one can have but him. And with that alone, he deserves to be in the Row of Fame. And I'll tell a real quick story about his first title reign. It's actually my favorite memory about him. In his first title defense, he wrestled one of my favorite people, Russell Simpson. And within the first 5 seconds of the match, Abel goes for a tackle, and he takes Russ outside of the ring and catches himself on the apron, and he busts himself wide open. We're probably a year or so in, so we haven't had too many bad experiences at this point, and he was our first busted open scenario, and we were all freaking out. Well, first we were like, is he okay? So we sent people down to the ring, and we're like, is he okay? You know, the match is going on. We don't want to interrupt the action, but we're like, oh, you know, we got to check on him. We got to check on him. And the match is still going. And we're like, We got to stop this. This has gone too long. He's bleeding. We got to wrap this up. We got to check on him. The spotlights are going on. They're flickering. They're trying to, like, come on, guys, come on. Stop the match. Stop the match. We got to just stop the match. No contest. It's fine. They kept going. At this point, we're nervous. We're furious. They're not listening to us. Abel successfully defends his title, and he comes back. And we're all furious at him. And we're like, why? Why? Did you not see us? Why did you keep going? I don't know what he told Book, but I remember what he told me. And I was like, I'm not gonna let my first title defense go like that. He had the passion and the determination to keep going on that night. And although there was probably better ways to go about his personal health, I admired his fire and his passion. Abel and I were tag team partners 11 years ago, and we were actually tag team champions for about 9 months. And we were an odd couple, but he gave me one of my most favorite runs in this industry. And he was patient with me, he was caring, and he also had some very great inputs, and it truly was one of my greatest honors was working with Abel. So I could go on all day and talk about how great Abel is, but I'm sure he's about to come up here and say all those things himself. So without further ado, he was the first PWA heavyweight champion, a former multi-time tag team champion, a jack of all trades. He is the face of reality of wrestling. Ladies and gentlemen, Abel Andrew Jackson.
Whoa. I want to thank everybody out there first and foremost. I want to thank God. I want to thank Booker, Sharmell. I've been thinking, like, what was I going to say? I wanted to write something. I just couldn't. And I couldn't write anything. And I can write a promo. I can talk. But I just couldn't write anything. And words can't express how I feel. I don't have any words to express me being here, me learning under somebody like Booker T. I lost my dad in 2006 while I was here. So I had to look towards somebody, and I looked towards Booker. His words resonated. Booker's a tough man. Everybody knows that. He's honest, though. You may not like it, but you know it's real when whatever he tells you. I respect him so much, it makes no sense. That's the reason why I'm still here. To glean as much from him as I can. Most people come here, I've seen so many students come through and leave. And I don't know, with the exception of this class with Gino, Aiden, Ryan, Kevin, just all the alumni, just, and of course, yeah, you too, Brad. What you have in Booker T and in Sharmell, a wealth of knowledge, to know how to be a man. If you don't know how to be a man, just look towards him. He can show you, like with what Kevin did, speaking up 100% of the time. Like, those words resonate. And those things that you have to learn. You have to grow. And watching him and coming up under him, you grow and you learn from all the lessons, just like a father. You're going to learn from him. You're going to get a spanking. You're going to get it. There have been many of days we done came in here, and a lot of you guys got it easy right now. Woo, you have no idea. But at the same time, I wouldn't trade those days for nothing, because it helps me every day that I live to become a better person. The love and caring that Charmel gives, and that kept Booker off of us a lot of nights, y'all know that, is amazing. Just reality of wrestling is something special. It's something that, like with Roxy, she's seen it, she wanted to be a part of it. Brian Keith, just everybody who's seen this and came here and wanted to grow in this business. From a person who's been here from day one, I don't blame you. It's something that resonates in you, and you can take this across the world like Gino is doing right now, which is amazing. Aiden is right behind him. Ryan, it's great, it's great. And I want to just tell everybody, do not take this for granted. Don't. Do not take this for granted, because it's here today. You don't know what you're going to have tomorrow. You might have to move, you might have to leave. And if not, just take as much as you can. He's willing to give, she's willing to give, they're willing, everybody here is willing to give everything they have to make us better men and better women, inside the ring, outside the ring. Booker always will tell you, it's more important to be a better man, to make it in the locker room, than it is to be out there. Because if you can make it back there, you can make it. It's all about your integrity. And I have so many stories. I'm not going to go in there. I'm not going to hold everything up, because my boy, he spoke me up really, really good, so I don't have to say nothing about myself. I love him so much. We did have a great title run. And I just want to thank everybody. I want to thank you, Booker. I want to thank you, Charmel. I want to thank Kevin. I want to thank everybody with Reality of Wrestling for this award, for the privilege to continue to be a part of Reality of Wrestling. And I plan on taking Reality of Wrestling around the world. And I just want to thank you so much.
Abel Andrew Jackson, ladies and gentlemen. He was actually the first person I ever met at Reality of Wrestling. I pull up in front of the old gym over there on Winkler Street, and I park, get out of the car. He comes out, big guy, a good-sized guy, little daddy laddie, came walking out, and, he had his headphones on. He had, he was looking real jacked, and his eyes got real wide. I didn't know if he was going to say, hey, how you doing, man? Or, hey, can I help you? Who you here to see? The first thing I ever heard from anyone at Reality Wrestling was, hey, man, you can't park there. Love you, Nico. Our next award is the coveted Reality of Wrestling Star of the Year, and we have another special presenter who's going to come up and present this award. Y'all make some noise for last year's Star of the Year, El Campeón, Gino.
You see, I came here tonight and I didn't expect to see all these great promos and all these great matches and all these great moments. And I'm very proud to be here at Reality Wrestling, because I feel like right now we have such a special team right now. We have such talented team. We got AQA, Roxy. We got a group of renegades running around taking over Reality Wrestling. We got Ducky and Jonathan Vega. And Diego, sorry. But this award means a lot to me because I won it last year, and I know what I did with it. I took it upon myself to know that I was representing reality of wrestling. Because I come here, and every time I come into this gym, you guys, some of the New York trainees know how much I respect this gym and how much I respect reality of wrestling. And you guys know that when I go all over the place, I'm representing reality of wrestling for you guys, and I'm sure all of you guys are doing the same. So, for whoever's winning tonight, just know that you're representing reality of wrestling now. So here are the nominees.
He deserved it. He deserved this. He deserved this.
Don't mind me, I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. I've been off the scenes cause I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
Really rock with the champs?
Cause I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Do what you're supposed to do. You could get you some too. Ask me who I wanna meet, I tell you more benches. Just spend a couple bands and I put you on your bomb center of the ring. Some more with me, I got some more with me. Just spend a couple bands and I got some more with me. Hey, catch a buzz. I need a
Wrenching back, Zach Mason!
He tapped out.
Zach Mason has been crowned royalty!
But tell me what you need, I'll show you where to plug.
Weighing in at 260 pounds, standing 6 feet 3 inches tall, fighting out of Bel Air, Texas, Ruthless Ryan Davidson!
Hey, this is Stevie Richards, and I wanted to talk in this video about Ryan Davidson and not only what a great wrestler that I've witnessed him become over the years, but also grown to be a really great man and continuing to grow, continuing to learn, and never being content. Watching him go over to Japan, work his ass off over there, come back, work even harder, never being content, never resting on his laurels, on his accomplishments.
Talking about a main event player, there couldn't be a better main event player than Ruthless Ryan Davidson. You're talking about a guy who's not just a soldier in the ring, he's a general. Knows every aspect of every part of the ring, as well as what it takes to go out there and make the fans feel a certain way. So if you're looking for someone to give you every ounce of their heart, energy, and soul, we're talking about Ruthless Ryan Davidson.
See, ever since I was a kid, all I ever prayed for was to be a professional wrestler. And I remember telling Booker T when I was 14, one day I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna wrestle for you. And here I am, reality of wrestling champion.
Ryan King! Number 1, 2!
He did it!
Dreams do come true!
I don't just do this for myself, I do this for my family. My family is you. The people who live their lives and are told constantly on a day-to-day basis that they can't. Well, I'm here to tell you that you can. All you have to do is cowboy up.
And the winner, one of my closest friends and somebody that I call a brother, Brian Keith.
Right here, all right. I love you, bro. I'm gonna try not to cry. Ever since I became a dad, I cry easily, too easily. And I'm gonna try not to take too long too, because my wife said make it short. So make sure I don't take up too much of y'all time. But first off, I gotta thank God. I hear a lot of people all the time, a lot of people support it, a lot of people sometimes hate. I approach the haters too. I appreciate the haters too. But to those haters, I don't bring God into wrestling. God has brought me into wrestling, literally. Since I was a child, all I ever wanted was to be a professional wrestler and a Pokemon trainer. And my parents told me that I couldn't do it, but little did they know they got Pokemon Go, and I could have made that. So I could have been a millionaire, but I'll settle for being a professional wrestler because I enjoy it so much. But literally when I was 10 years old, 11 years old, I met Jonathan Vega from La Familia, and I've known him since then. He's my brother as well. And we went to a WWE show, found a flyer for Booker T's PWA, and we went. We took his parents' van. We shouldn't have. We were like 11, 12 years old, driving from Greens Point, Texas, all the way to Pasadena in a van. I promise you, this is no joke. Me and him. We were so excited, left the car light on. This is no joke. And the battery died in the van. It's raining. Jesus calls his dad. Thank God his dad wasn't tripping. He knew. He was like, man, you guys, I'm coming out there and I'm going to get y'all. My parents never knew to this day. They still don't know that I did that. But we took that opportunity and that chance because we love wrestling that much. And we needed help. I saw Booker doing last-minute signings, staying after, talking to people, and just within myself, something told me, hey, go up to him and just ask him, you know, could he help out? Booker was more than willing to help out. Not only did he help us out, got somebody to get some jumper cables to try to help us. The van didn't work. It didn't matter because at this point we were chilling. So not only did he try to help us, he allowed us to be backstage and hang out with the guys until our parents showed up for us. And literally, I remember I looked at him, and he tells me he remembers, and I pray he actually do. But I told him one day, I'm going to come back and I'm going to wrestle for you. And I did. And in that building that I told him that, I won my first championship in a steel cage match against Ryan Davison in Pasadena. And it's been a blessing ever since then. Literally, my life is like a movie. Everything that I've prayed for, I prayed a silly prayer when I was a kid to one day be sponsored by Swisher House. Here I am, sponsored by Swisher House. I prayed one day to have a beautiful Hispanic wife, and here I am, Liliana, my beautiful Hispanic wife. I thank you, baby girl, for every single thing that you put up with me and life and beyond. It goes far past this wrestling stuff, and I love you forever, baby. And I don't, the truth is, man, I don't deserve it, but I'm thankful. I'm thankful every single day that I wake up that God gives me life. And I'm here to be your reality of wrestling champion. I appreciate you guys. And the reality of it all is that the reality of wrestling is us. We built this place from the ground up. This place was nothing. It was bare. We came in here with Booker and Miss Charmel and Miss Charmel's mom every single day. And we built this place, and we made it what it is today. And that's why I'm so proud. I'm the proudest I could ever be. I apologize, guys, but the reality of it all is that we're family here. And this goes far past people meeting here just for wrestling. We're here as people that you can confide in, people if you need a helping hand. You heard all the stories that were here tonight. Everybody's got a story for every single person here. Everybody doing what they can, bending over backwards, doing more than enough just to help the person next to them. And that's what reality of wrestling's all about. That's what life, period, was all about. And I pray that one day, as humankind, we can all realize that and come together and be one. And cowboy up, I guess, huh? Yeah, doggy! I love you guys, man.
Brian Keith, your 2019 Star of the Year. And Brian, you're right about something. You didn't deserve that award. You earned that award, as did everybody who won an award here tonight. Give a round of applause for all of our winners and nominees at the second Reality Wrestling Rowards. And just one more time, we need to thank Booker T, Charmel, Catrice, Kevin Bernhardt. Thank you to you all for for giving us a home to do what we love. That concludes our 2019 Reality of Wrestling Rowards. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Round of applause.